Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. It's been quite some time since this run happened, about a month in fact. We may even see beta art unlocked at the end here, possibly. It's right after I made my new profile, after my last one got corrupted. So not much memory about this one. Looking forward to seeing how I've changed my thought processes in the past month, and hopefully I can evaluate any mistakes I made with a clear head here. Transform 2 seems good. Usually I can get away with double strike as the defect now, so I think probably clicking defend was questionable there. But Bullseye, Self-Repair, those are pretty good cards. Bullseye definitely a much better strike. And Self-Repair, of course, is great in any defect run almost. Love to have that sustain. And it's a power. Self-Repair dual cast. Good. Absolute trash on floor 1 here. I might take Hello World, actually. Recycle is a great card, but on floor 1, it doesn't do anything. Hello World versus Skip, pretty much here. And Hello World's fine. It has its issues. But it definitely is great against the Luggable and Sentries. Bad draw here. Ascender's Bane doing its thing, ruining everybody's day as normal. Play the Hello World. Steam Barrier's good. Great, actually. Never mind, it's dead. It didn't do anything. Leap versus Barrage. Take the Leap, it looks like. A little bit early for the Barrage. Don't have any way to make Orb other than Zap so far. Leap is a solid early block card. A card I have infinitely more respect for than I used to. It's just a defend. How can you possibly click on that card? Past me would think. Distant past me. Not this past me that we're watching. But yeah, it turns out that, you know, imagine a card said block for 100. It'd be completely insane. And anywhere on that spectrum, better than defend can actually be good. Just depends on a lot of things. Take a go for the eyes. Some nice weaken ability. And I actually do take the light. And we're now offered this event, so we can choose to get rid of an uncommon to heal for 36. Hello World could go. But it's actually kind of useful right now, so I may just hit a strike. I do, in fact, heal for 36 by getting rid of Hello World, so goodbye, world. Am I right, guys? And what to upgrade? Go for the Eyes is a good upgrade, of course. 2 weaken is a lot better than 1. But looking for that early damage, so I take the Bullseye upgrade. Bullseye strike, defend, take 4. Full health. And now Barrage is back. Might take that over Trash. Stack is too early, Aggregate's too early as well. Very sad. Aggregate got buffed, right? Like a long time ago. Used to do something else. Comment below what Aggregate used to do. Flex your knowledge. Least obvious engagement bait. And the Slime's not going too bad here. Gonna get out with 65. Not bad at all. And second Self-Repair or a Claw. Claw could actually be a thing. Turbo's a bit early as well. Self-Repairs, we already have one. So the Claw versus Skip, probably. All these good energy cards just ahead of their time, sadly. Past me taking a good think here. I love to see that. Or just putting on a video. You never know. It is Jardian. I do take the claw, you're welcome. Claw is law after all. And Pantograph is here. Will give us 25 health back whenever we enter a boss room. Could be good if we need the health. Kind of a... It's interesting. That relic is either like run winning or it doesn't do anything. But that's true with a lot of these sustain relics, I suppose. And a good Gremlin Knob fight made out on turn 3 there. And get a Horn Cleat for our efforts. 14 block on turn 2 is really insane. One of the best relics in the game, in almost any run, to be sure. I take a Darkness for some more damage against the boss. And the Jolden Idol is here. I'm actually considering taking the damage here, and I do. We even have Pantograph, and Gremlin Knob's already dead, so perfect time to not lose max health there, I'll say. And even got lucky with the dual cast, so things are going swimmingly for past me here. No block in our hand, but guess what? We have Horn Cleats. It doesn't even matter. Flex Pot is pretty good with Barrage. The bad cards are back. Leap, second Leap is questionable. Second Go for the Eyes is also questionable. And yeah, Hello World is back. Not super interested in Hello World. If you don't need the Hello World, it's, you know, for example, you like upgrade a random card in your deck and it hits Hello World. Now Hello World starts in your opening hand every turn or every fight, and that's actually bad because it's not even that good. It's not like, oh yeah, I need Hello World in my opening hand every fight. That's what I really need. Upgrade Darkness, sure. None of the other upgrades were particularly inspiring. No block on turn 1's a bit of an oof, but gonna be able to block a lot here. Thanks to the power of Horn Cleat. There's definitely a correlation between having Horn Cleat and me winning. Many of my runs I've uploaded have had a Horn Cleat or an Anchor. Both very good. And we got a lot of Dark Orb here, but not a lot of ways to evoke them. So it's very awkward, actually. The downside of Darkness here, and because of course it's exacerbated by the fact that we're fighting Sentries where we're drawing Dazes a lot. Normally we'd be able to find the Zap and or Dual Cast faster. And Mummified Hand is here. Every time we play a power, we'll reduce the cost of a card in our hand to 0 for that turn. And take a cool-headed over Machine Learning, even though we just have Mummified Hand, because Frost Orb good. And make more Orb good to make Dark Orb evoke. And I even upgrade Self-Repair for next act. So yeah, I was definitely in this mindset at the time of, if I don't die, I will win. That's how I feel as the Defect. But Act 4 has been killing me a lot lately. I've had many runs recently. Pretty cool Defect runs, get to the heart and die. At least 5 in the last week. So clearly I need to be respecting the heart more as the Defect, taking loop higher and whatever. But at least I'm making it to the heart. Once you get to that point and you're not dying the Gremlin Knob every run, then you can start to realign yourself. But making it to the heart is a very good first step. Considering Barrage versus Zap, I want the Frost Orb around still. And then now I can play Darkness, buffing the other Dark Orb, and then hopefully soon find Dual Cast and do a big split. Bullseye and Dual Cast. It's already bullseyed though. So that's going to be 126 damage. Should have played Go for the Eyes. No, yes, no, I shouldn't have. It was about to split, that's right. and it's dead. So we did it, made it through Act 1. Good relics, and Echoform is also here. That's going to be insane, especially with Mummified Hand. Wow. I better click that. Current me, 0.1 second click on this Echoform. I can appreciate that I am taking my time here, though. You gotta respect it. I think I was in my I really want to click Fission every time I see it phase, even if it's like not that good, because I just love the card. And Core Surge is here, which of course is great with Biased Cog and all of that. But I mean, yeah, especially with Self-Repair Plus in the deck, of course you're taking Echoform. It's like, that was a no-brainer for sure. And Tiny House is mediocre, not useless, but worse than most boss relics usually. Take the nuclear battery, I believe it's called. Will give us 1 plasma orb at the start of each combat. So kind of a defect flavored 4th energy relic. Can be better than a 4th energy relic because you even have the ability to gain the 4th energy and then evoke it for 2 more energy on a turn. But debatably also has a downside that eventually the orb goes away when you evoke it, and now you're only 3 energy again. So something like a recursion can bring it back. And of course more orb slot can help you keep it around for longer. So made it through this fight. It hurt a little bit, but that's okay. And Dupe Pot is going to get clicked on. Gotta drop a potion for that. Colorless Pot, a lot of variants, so best to drop that one instead. That recursion. Speak of the Devil. And Preserved Insect is here, an excellent relic, which would help us in elite fights. There's also Med Kit, which I really like clicking on, as Ironclad in particular, of course. I do take Preserved Insect and a Doom and Gloom, more ways to make Dark Orb and do area damage, while we have a Darkness Plus in our deck. And found a Golden Idol, or the Bloody Idol event, that's really insane. So, to get more specific, Preserved Insect will reduce the health of all enemies in elite rooms by 25%. So, very helpful in Act 2, where you tend to just die to slavers. You can instead do a lot of damage to them with the relic. And we also found the Bloody Idol, so we will now heal 4/5 whenever we obtain gold. And more importantly, the bigger thing about that event is not that you're getting the Bloody Idol, it's that you don't have to click one of the other 2 options of get cursed or take 25 damage. So, of course, you are very pleased to find that if you have the Golden Idol. And Sunder might get clicked on. Sunder is just a solid attack. And you can even hit it with Mummified Hand for a huge discount. Potentially some broken stuff going on there. And I mark that I may want to take this Uber Duber Elite, because we're feeling so strong here. Considering Sunder versus Doom and Gloom upgrade. Sunder is kind of the more important upgrade, because you really need to get it over the finish line to actually kill something, or else it doesn't actually gain you the energy. But I do in fact take the Doom and Gloom upgrade. Also reasonable. I could like dual cast Recursion Echoform. This went all wrong. I do in fact get rid of the orb just to block free. Yeah, the order was wrong there, I think. I could have kept the Plasma Orb around instead of the Lightning Orb, which probably was better. Rip the Sunder for 48. And hoping to get out soon here. It's getting a bit spooky. I have 23 plus 4. I duplicate Darkness for triple Darkness. Bullseye, Cool-Headed. And it's dead. It is dead. I should realize that. Ooh, bad. Don't know why I did that. Mistake. But made it through, it's okay. Those are bad. Skip. If only we could click on Blizzard. I love clicking on Blizzard. And we've found the hardest fight in the game, and absolute trash from the colorless pot as per usual. Go for the eyes to block for 6. Either get like the bomb or apotheosis, or you get actually nothing. Very, very high variance potion, the colorless potion. And I could have killed the fungi beast, but that would make us vulnerable, wouldn't actually prevent any damage. Double the self-repair. So much darkness. Reinforced body versus claw versus cool-headed plus. Actually, the cool-headed plus is pretty good. Art of Wars here. Oh, we found a Regal Pillow as well. Regal Pillow will heal us for an extra 15 health whenever we rest. And considering taking this or not. And all the slavers. Got thunder here. This fight already over pretty much. Very pleased with that. Got a double to Doom and Gloom coming up next turn. That should be pretty good. So gotta keep that in mind when playing these cards. Could have pointed an attack at the big slaver there, for sure. Not gonna matter though. That's for sure. And potion belts, 2 extra potion slots. And didn't mention Art of War, of course, but if we don't play any attacks on a turn, then we will gain 1 energy the next turn. We do be attacking a lot, but for example, if we get the Echo Form turn and block a little bit, then next turn we'll have more energy, which is pretty nice. And Big Sunder, point at the guy with the most health. Pretty much. So we're definitely doing it here. Feeling pretty strong. A lot of sustain with the self-repair. Seems I found the Defect, I didn't mention, but always happy about that. Got briefly distracted there. Streamline Plus is here. And could be good with Echo Form. It's 20 damage, but seems to be unnecessary. We have so much damage with these Dark Orbs already. Gonna pass. Second Claw's in the shop. I think we're past the Claw time here, although I may click it for the memes. The second Claw makes the first Claw a lot better. But then you have 2 claws. Algorithm is here. I actually buy that. When you have Echo Form, you can double the algorithm. It's actually really quite good. And Book Stabbing's back for Vengeance. No Echo Forms this time around. Kind of a shame. And dual cast at the bottom is a huge bummer. Could actually maybe still kill. Yep. Got there. And Bag of Prep is also an excellent relic. We'll draw 2 extra cards on turn 1. The Silent Starter relic as a common relic. Very cool. I always found it a bit strange that they had a starter relic do the same thing as a real relic. but I don't think it's a bad thing, actually. And upgrade the defrag, of course. Pantograph heals for 1. Huge. Echo forms here, thank God. Can just play self-repair here, we're gonna heal for a lot anyway. Ooh, might want to double that defrag, so can let it pass back around. Double algorithm. And yeah, Dark Orbs are excellent against the champ. Can let him cook, and then just kill him. Claw first, then Recursion. Keep the Dark Orb. So when you have Dark Orbs and or Plasma Orbs, the Recursion becomes a lot better, of course. It's like the rarer kind of orbs. A bit harder to make, a bit more valuable. Now we're always blocking for at least 12 a turn, so we can just chill. Can Recursion again for 75. Could have done that, for sure. The problem with having it in the front is that you can't then play like Cool-Headed, for example, or else you will get rid of the dark. And you can't play Darkness either to charge it up. Defend first, then go for the eyes. So we got plenty of bullseye. It's going to deal 50% more damage. So it's already almost dead here. If we find the dual cast right now, it should die. Pretty much. It would be 270 damage. Now it'll be 300 damage. And here it comes. Goodbye, champ. Everyone say farewell. Oof. And some decent cards here. Electro is always welcome for Act 3. Definitely love having it for Darklings and the Jawworms, and especially Reptomancer. And we got a good old Snecko Eye. So we'll draw 2 extra cards a turn, but also everything's random cost. It's actually good with Echo Form, of course. If you have just Echo Form, then it's actually really good. And Mummified Hand will help with any of the randomized costs. We can play the powers we can play, discount some random cards. It'll all be good. Right, going down straight the right path there. Seems to have the most value. Pretty normal orb walker fight here. Nothing to see. Second defrag. You'll love to see it. And we do get this event very early. I do take it. I'm sure. Not the greatest hand you'll ever see. It's gotta be said. There's a lot of high cost cards. Gotta play Doom and Gloom. A little bit too much damage to pass on, probably. Defrag, hope hit something good. Sunder is actually pretty good. Electro's here. Gonna play Self-Repair. Probably meant to play Electro before Darkness. It's fine. No, actually not. Well played. Echo Form bottom card. You hate to see that. And it costs 3. Just to spit in my face. Oof. Tried to hit the defend with the Echo Form Mummified Hand proc, but didn't. So down to 16 all of a sudden. And couldn't play Algorithm and kill it, so just gonna not do that. That's fine. And rewarded for our hubris with a bird-faced urn. Whenever we play a power, we'll gain 2 health. And second algorithm I'm considering. Storm is here as well, but we're not really playing that many powers actually. And we like to keep our dark orbs in particular around. Making a lot of lightning actually can be bad. Probably dual cast, hope it's enough for Sunder. Not quite. Oh, one short. How sad. Should have hit a different one then. Maybe I did math wrong. Or didn't do math, perhaps. More like me. Horncleat once again cooking. My god, it's insane. So I want to kill the one with 3 health, ideally. Oh, that's fine. I know I'll get out here. 'Tis dead. And Recycle Plus, actually unusually good with Snecko Eye, even though you'd think, oh, it causes 0, why would it be good? It's because you can recycle one of your randomly 3 cost cards. And unless Recycle also costs 3, then it should be a net gain of energy anyway. So cards that interact with other cards and or their costs can be always good with Snecko Eye, even if they themselves cost a low amount. Like Hologram as well. So didn't want to take that big damage. I do change his intent. Could have been very scary there. Could have cursed us for sure. So this enemy, man, brutal. Really hate to see this guy. That's a good intent. The block is really good. It's like the least damage and doesn't apply debuff to you and doesn't curse you. Love to see that. Gotta make a Dark Orb eventually. Seems like that's sort of inevitable. I still want my energy, it seems. I want to make another Dark Orb so I can buff it. I was not convinced my draw pile was really empty there. Had to click it a few more times. And hopefully I can draw dual cast and kill it right now, that'd be great. Recursion's also pretty good. I'm getting cursed. Want to try to stop that. Dual cast is still in there. But to draw it, we have to play Cool Headed, which would get rid of the orb. So, a little bit awkward. Ouch. Take 7. Made it through. Took some damage, but that's okay. And our deck is still honestly a little bit small for stack, which is a bit weird. There's Echo Form. Thank God this guy's here. So we can Thunder one, Hologram it, Thunder the other one. It seems I am not doing that for some reason. I took the long way around. double Doom and Gloom instead of Defrag. Makes sense. Was gonna say. Yeah, these Dark Orbs are actually doing an insane amount of damage. It's true. It's true. And I play Electro instead of the algorithm. I just want to get out, get me out of here. And Toy Ornithopter's here. Every time we use a potion, we'll gain 5 health. So plenty of sustain here. We've got Self Repair Plus and Echo Form and Pantograph and Ornithopter and Birdface Turn. We'll never just get shipped out of here. That's for absolute certain here. Got a key, a Centennial Puzzle, and Bloody Oil, by the way. Didn't even mention that. But this is the sort of Defect run where you better win this one, because that's how I normally lose, is the Defect anyways. You know, your scaling abilities are absolutely insane, but you're going to die by getting shipped out, getting set up. And when you have all the sustain, that's where you can really start cooking. I would also consider Horncleave like sustain in a sense. So I'm keeping my Dark Orb around. No need to evoke it quite yet. I actually want that Defend for reasons that are unknown to me. Feel free to speculate amongst yourselves. And Recursion is cooking. I took the Recursion just sort of on a whim and actually ended up being really good. 3 cost Recursion. Playable. That's incredible. And Cool-Headed kills, right? Does like 190 damage or something. Pretty good. And Cultist Pot better than any of those potions? Actually, no. I have really good potions. Duplication Pot, Capacity Pot, and Focus Pot, all premium potions. And Skill Pot is okay, but probably better than Cultist Pot as the Defect in particular. Cultist Pot is not nearly as good as probably a lot of people think it is. It's very slow. I would rather have Strength Pot than Cultist Pot in almost every fight. 2 immediately versus 1 every turn. And Mind Bloom is here. Pantograph healing us for 4. I could Recursion play more cards. Slime Boss hates Dark Orbs, so this should be pretty easy. Bullseye Dual Cast. That is a lot of damage. Then I can Sunder whichever one's hitting me. They could both hit you, of course, but a little bit unusual. And made it through, and Ice Cream is our rare relic. That's very exciting. Now, whenever we don't spend energy on our turn, we will retain that energy. And that's pretty nice with Snecko Eye, because sometimes some cards are really undesirable to play when they cost so much. And so you might have some turns where like all the playable cards cost 0, and then all the unplayable cards cost 3, and then you will end up with 2 energy left or something. And that can help you retain plenty of energy. It also means that if we evoke our Plasma Orb, it no longer gets wasted if we can't spend all of our energy. So, pretty happy with Ice Cream, and I think Ice Cream is super cool. I'm always very happy to find it. Being a rare, it's, you know, tough to find. I ditch the double energy. Makes sense. Taking a lot here. Nemesis is being extremely rude. Could have played Recursion, absolutely. And is not intangible, so I should definitely Doom and Gloom Dual Cat, or Doom and Gloom Cool-Headed and it's dead. Or it's just dead anyway. Wow. Strawberry giving us 7 max health, as you can see. Considering double energy yet again for the ice cream shenanigans. And take the red key. No throwing today. Double energy's not doing anything here, unfortunately. If it hits 0 cost, it's really good. If it doesn't, it's a little bit questionable. But over time in the run, gets better and better usually. Or in the fight, rather. It's always Woke Bird, by the way, of course. Of course it is. Keeping the Dark Orb around. That's a little bit questionable, gonna be honest. Trying to avoid playing this Electro to keep our Dark Orbs. I'm trying to kill the cultists without using them, and then I realize it's not realistic. There's our second defrag. Would love to play double energy first, but really want to double the defrag. But also want to double the block card. I double the draw instead. Makes sense. Should have played double energy, by the way. Now I'm realizing what I've done. It's all becoming clear. What have I done? Yeah, just trying to keep my energy as much as I can, while also doing what I gotta do. It's not that big of a Dark Orb, we can just make more. This is getting a bit spooky, it's gotta be said. How do I possibly not die here? Recycle coming in handy here. Cards like Zap become a lot worse in this situation. I still play it. Double energy pushes us to 20 energy. That's a lot. I think we're good now. Hoping to double that defrag after it dies the first time. Darkness first, probably. Darkness again. Recursion is good. Ew, down to 4. I'd love to double that self-repair as well. So I'm hanging on to that. Go for the Eyes is going to be blocking for a lot, really, so I'm gonna keep that. Should have played Bullseye first, of course. It costs 0 after all. I was definitely in don't die mode, though. Not deal as much damage as possible mode. And I have Pantograph and Birdface turn, so I'm just gonna play the self-repair for 1. taking 54. A little bit scary. Score for the Eyes is absolutely cooking. Possibly the reason we don't die, in fact. It's crazy, by the way. Worst version of Neutralize, a silent starter card. Still pickable and good. It is objectively worse, right? The only difference is if it isn't hitting you and it's upgraded, it's obviously a lot worse because you would like to have it weakened for next turn, but also it doesn't remove artifact charges if it isn't hitting you, which is actually a real downside as well. One cool-headed is doing some very heavy lifting. That's for sure. We have one cool-headed and one cool-headed plus. Managed to make it back to no energy again. Darkness, darkness, dual cast. And by darkness, darkness, I mean darkness, double back form, of course. So I made it through. Wow, that was scary. Certainly not play perfectly by any means, but had the right idea enough to make it through. And choosing to not spend my energy here. Just take the damage. There's double energy. I have Echo Form as well. Can just defrag, then I can double energy for a lot. Saving the algorithm for later to double it. In case you didn't know how good Compile Driver is, here you go. Darkness Recursion. It looks like I'm killing Deca first, the way this lined up. The Dark Orbs point at the lowest health guy, of course, so it is what it is. Now I can algorithm. Maybe I want more Frost Orb though. I can still... Nope. Never mind. So playing Darkness here is a bit spooky, and this is where you'd really love to have more orb slots. I mean, having to juggle the Frost Orbs and the Dark Orbs all run has been rather exhausting, I'm sure. And a bit of a headache. Dual cast, it's dead. Goodbye, Dono Deca. It definitely doing the Dark Orb thing here. And I like that a lot. Upgrade Cool-Headed Plus. More draw. And capacitors here. That's gotta be getting clicked on. My god, it's good. Overcard move. Could take White Noise, we have a modified hand. But, and Birthday Turn, but with the Snecko Eye might not be very good. I do take it after all. It's on sale, what a bargain. And our potions are really good, so should be looking pretty good here in Act 4. Pantograph going into Act, or going into the boss, just in case we take some damage here, which it looks like we are. My skill pot. Nope. I do have algorithms, so I'll just use that. Very sad that this defrag costs 3. Bullhead is a great draw, cost 0. Being able to draw the cards on the turn where you get the double burn on top is very, very important. Electro is great in this fight as well. So the Dark Orb's gonna hit the left guy right now, which isn't great. Oh, can probably just kill that one. Not too bad. Take 11, 8, math hard. So this fight went pretty well. Pleased with this. And we get Anchor, 10 block on turn 1, and a Fairy in a Bottle to replace our skill pot. That's an excellent potion, has to be said. And so my god, our potions are insane. I mean, this is exactly what you want here. Dupe pot for the Echo Form, Focus pot is just Defrag plus, and Capacitor pot is a Capacitor. So, very, very pleased. It's not necessarily correct to immediately use the Capacitor pot. You may want to evoke the orbs faster, so you can always wait until you want the effect to play it. Focus pot gets played though, and Toy Ornithopter can actually heal us if we play the potions later. Definitely a consideration. I could have played Defend Hologram Sunder, but then Hologram goes away. Maybe I want it for later. Oof, all 3 cost cards. Play the Defrag for sure though. And I can choose to... I see, I make double powers with the Bite Noise, and I get 2 static discharges, which could be good against the Heart's multi-hit, but that's not exactly what we were looking for here, I would say. And some very tough draws here in a row. It's time to use the Capacitor pot, I think. So this is the Defect nightmare, of course. You walk into the Heart after having a strong run, and then... yeah, and I played Self-Repair, of course, because Capacitor cost 3. And then a Mummified Hand procced on it, now it costs 0, now I can play it. Would have loved to double the Capacitor there, but it's just a bit too much. And shockingly, we may actually live here, and we do. So even with the... you might be like, oh my god, you're so lucky for getting Fairy, but we don't need it yet. Do I use it after all? Let's find out. And of course, no loop, so we have to block the old-fashioned way before playing cards. Definitely want to make more Frost Orb. I might get that cool-headed. Make a Dark Orb, down to 3 health. So gotta play a card before the cool-headed or we die, or lose Fairy in a Bottle, which is not ideal. I almost exhausted Hologram by accident. That wouldn't have been good. And I can play Double Energy first. Oh, so sad. Actually, no, we're living. Very cool. Still hanging in there, this Fairy in a Bottle. Blocking for 48, so we are living again. I counted my block. I'm playing more cards now. Double to defend again. And Bullseye sadly not applicable here, although it already has some because of the artifact charges. No block cards. Do I just pass? That'd be kind of crazy. It's tough. There's algorithm, but might want that for later, so. Big decision. Play card, not play card. I have a leap coming up, so I yet again can play cards, and hologram plus. And of course we don't die to the burn because the frost orbs go first. But it is a real thought, like, do I just bury in a bottle here and not care? Or do I algorithm here? The algorithm doesn't do anything, it's definitely wrong. If I'm algorithming, then I have no more plays. I could recycle something though, so maybe I'm wrong and dumb. I wanted to do a bit more damage. Sure. Surprisingly good turn there. Obviously the Sunder wouldn't necessarily cost 0 there, so that was a little bit lucky as well. Just doing all the damage we possibly can here. It's 7 left, now 1 left, now 0 left. Perfect. And kindly, it is doing a big hit instead of multi-hit. Although multi-hit actually, we have the static discharges for it, so maybe not so bad. And we're blocking for 60, so we're not dead to this hit either. I like that I'm taking my time here, making sure I don't die. Possibly trying to go for the swag of not using the fairy. You're cool-headed first. Decide to recycle instead. Everything in here sucks. Compile driver cause 0, that's probably the pick. Recycle, compile driver, and hologram. Yeah. You can get back the hologram with the second hologram when you echo form it. Pro tip. It's super dead, by the way. I'm thinking a long time here. But darkness doubled, procs the light or the frost orbs and charges this other dark orb by a lot, and then lightning orb finishes it off. But I was taking my time, making sure I get the kill. And we managed to do it with 1 health remaining, no fairy in a bottle necessary, so that was very cool. Yeah, some very powerful relics there. Pretty strong deck, and we managed to make it through and kill the final boss there. Definitely was a bit spooky at the end there, but managed to make it through. And the ice cream was pretty cool, although didn't end up being particularly too useful in the hard fight anyway. So yeah, I thought that was a neat run. Definitely love having all that sustain as the defect. Very, very satisfying. If you're still here, how have you not subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.